Hello students, welcome back to English Hub. And today we are going to study a beautiful nature poem from class 11th, The Laburnum Top by Ted Hughes. This poem shows how silent trees suddenly become full of life just because of a tiny bird. Let's understand this poem in a very simple and exam friendly way. The Laburnum Top is written by Ted Hughes, one of England's greatest nature poet. He captures a single fleeting moment in nature, a goldfinch's brief visit to a laburnum tree, and transforms it into a profound meditation on life, energy, and silence. The poem is depictively simple on the surface but rich in meaning.
Burnham top is silent, quite still in the afternoon yellow September sunlight. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Still, till the golden flinch comes with the twinching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt. She enters the thickness, and a machine starts up, of chitterings and a tremor of wings, and thrilling. The whole tree trembles and thrills. It is the engine of her family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her bared face identity. Then with air dedicated whistle chirrup, whispering she launches away towards the infinite, and the laburnum subsides to empty.
So here is our first stanza, and let us understand our first stanza. Ted Hughes opened the poem by painting a picture of absolute stillness. The laburnum tree in September is past its prime. Its seeds have fallen. Its leaves are turning yellow, and it stands motionless in the afternoon sun. The words silent and quite still are almost redundant when placed together, and that's deliberate. Hughes want you to feel the depth of that silence before anything happens. It's not just quiet, it's the kind of quiet that feels heavy and waiting. September is significant here. It's the cups of autumn, a season traditional associated with decline, old age, and the approach of death. The yellowing leaves and fallen seeds tells us the tree has completed its natural cycle for the year. It has given what it could give, and now it waits. The mood is one of the emptiness and melancholy, almost like a body without a soul. The tree is alive technically, but there is no energy, no movement, no purpose visible in it. So, this is all explained in stanza 1. Now, moving on to stanza 2, it's basically about the arrival of life, the arrival of the goldfinch. Let's see. This stanza is a dramatic contrast to the first. The word till is turning point. Everything changes with the goldfinch's arrival. She doesn't arrive gently. She comes with a twinge chirrup and a suddenness, a startlement. The language itself becomes sharp and abrupt. The bird's quick movements, Hughes uses a startlement, which is unusual noun, almost invented for the moment, to capture how surprising and electric her arrival is. The simile, sleek as lizard, is fascinating. a lizard is not a bird. Yet the comparison works beautifully and it works beautifully. Yet comparison works and it works beautifully. Lizards are quick, smooth, alert, and slightly mysterious. It captures the goldfinch's swift, fluid movements as she dips into the foliage. Then comes the most powerful metaphor of the poem, that is, a machine starts up. The moment she enters the tree, the hidden nestling inside comes alive. There are chittering, wing tremors, thrilling, trilling. The tree that was dead, silent, suddenly vibrates with sound and movements. The metaphor of the machine is industrial and mechanical, which creates an interesting contrast with the natural setting. It suggests that this burst of energy is organized, purposeful, almost automatic, life stitching on like an engine. The whole tree trembles and thrills. Notice how poet gives the tree a physical, almost emotional response. The tree itself seems to feel joy at the bird's turn. Moving on to the stanza 3, and this stanza is the mother as engine. Mother as engine? Why? Because, let's see, here poet extends the machine metaphor. The goldfinch is not just any bird. She is the engine of her family. She is the source of energy, warmth that keeps her young ones alive. Without her, the machine stops. Without her, the tree falls silent. She strokes it full, like a person shoveling coal into a furnace. She feeds her young ones, filling them with energy and life. The word stoke is perfectly chosen. It's a word associated with fire and engine, keeping the mechanical metaphor consistent while also suggesting warmth and nourishment. Then she flirts out to a branch end. The word flirts here doesn't mean romantic flirting. It means to move with a quick, light motion. It captures the bird's elegance and lightens perfectly. Her parent face identity mask refers to Goldflint's distinctive facial markings. The red, white, and black pattern on its face, the poet calls it an identity mask, which is a striking phrase. A mask usually hides identity, but here it is her identity. It's what makes her recognizable, distinct in the natural world. Moving on towards the last stanza, and in this stanza we understand the return of silence as it was at the beginning. The final stanza mirrors the first. Just as she came suddenly, she leaves, but her departure is described differently. The sound she makes as she leaves are airy, delicate whistle, chirrups, whispering, soft, almost ghostly, as she is whispering a farewell. She launches away towards the infinite. This is almost philosophical line in the poem. She doesn't simply fly away to another tree or another garden. She flies towards the infinite, the boundless sky, the unknown endless cycle of nature. It gives her an almost spiritual quality, as if she represents something larger than herself, the life force itself, moving freely through the world. And then Laburnum subsides to empty. The word subsides is beautiful. It suggests something gently sinking back down, like a wave retreating and empty, not quiet or still, but empty. The tree doesn't just lose sound, it loses its very essence when she leaves. The poem ends exactly where it began, in silence and stillness, completely a perfect circle. Now let us see central theme. What are the central themes that we can see? Here we can see life and death, validity and stillness. The poem is built on contrast between silence and sound, stillness and movement, emptiness and fullness. The goldfinch represents the life force. Her presence transforms a dying tree into a vibrant, living thing, and her departure returns it to a nearby death. Transience. The burst of life is brief. The goldfinch comes, fills the tree with energy, and leaves. Life's most vital moments are fleeting, poets suggest, which makes them all the more precious. Interdependence in nature. The tree and the goldfinch need each other. The tree shelters her family, she brings it life and meaning. This quiet partnership represents how all of the nature is interconnected. Another theme which we can see is the mother's role. The poem quietly celebrates motherhood. The goldfinch as the engine of her family, as the mother of the young goldfinch, is a powerful image of a mother as a central force sustaining life around her. Just like a mother does everything for the family, for the children, for everybody, similarly, the goldfinch over here is sustaining life around her. Now let us move to the next topic, that is literary devices or poetic devices. The first one which we can see is imagery. Afternoon, yellow September sunlight, tremor of wing. All these words shows a rich visual and auditory images brings the scene to life. Another thing which we can see over here is metaphor. The goldfinch as a machine and engine is the poem's central and most memorable metaphor. Simile can also be seen. Sleek as a lizard captures the bird's fluid, swift movements. Onomatopoeia can also be seen. The sound words are there. Chittering, trilling, chirrups, all these are the sound words. The sounds of the word mimic the sound of the birds are here. Contrast the silence of stanza 1 and 4 against the noise of stanza 2 and 3 creates the poem's structural heartbeat. Personification can also be seen. The whole tree trembles and thrills gives the tree human-like emotion. So overall we can say that the poem moves from stillness to excitement to back to stillness, creating a wave-like emotional rhythm. The tone is observational and contemplative. Poet watches nature closely and find in one small moment an entire philosophy of life. There is something bittersweet in the ending. Life visits, dazzles, and departs, leaving us with the ache of its absence. So, dear learners, this poem beautifully shows how life and love can transform silence into energy. And if this explanation helped you, remember to like, share, and subscribe to English Hub for more such lessons. Your like and share gives us more energy. Thank you. See you in the next video.